Support for She Comes First is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Their products are precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Join over 6 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free shipping worldwide with the code SCF20 at manscaped.com. So, if my math is correct, that's like 12 million balls. I've used porn star recommended trimmers in the past, but my Manscaped trimmer works extremely well for me. It's the best by far. Real talk. You see, I actually own the Performance Package 4.0. So when your box arrives, you will get the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, a pair of Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all of those goodies. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof and also has a 4K LED spotlight you need for a more precise shave. Their Crop Preserver ball deodorant and Crop Reviver ball toner will change your approach to your hygiene routine. Trust me when I say this, fellas, your balls will thank you. Just a quick reminder, get 20% off and free shipping with the code SCF20 at manscaped.com. Okay, one more time. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com using the code SCF20. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast for Selfless Sex and She Comes First. I'm Dr. Nick. Today is November the 15th, 2022, and I hope you all are having a damn good day out there. So in this podcast, it's going to be more like a soapbox speech or a rant more than anything else, because this issue has been bugging me for a very long time now. And I could easily say about 1.5 to 2 years, and it seems to be getting worse. And I want to talk to you about internet censorship, because I know it's harder for me to find certain topics that I want to research for whatever reason, and I'm not really sure what's going on. So, for example, let's say I want to hear a podcast about sexual health, and many of the platforms out there have made it harder to find certain topics I want to learn about, or just find old podcasting partners or friends or colleagues even, and just hear about their more recent or most recent podcast. Why? Because they are so hard to find now. And unless you have subscribed to their actual podcast, you may never find them again. So in this podcast today, I just want to talk to you about the internet and sexual health censorship. So what actually caused this change? Well, back in 2018, there was a series of 2 laws passed which actually had a major impact when it comes to sexual health information on the internet. And they're called SESTA and FOSTA. SESTA stands for Stop Enabling Sex Traffickers Act, and FOSTA, Fight Online Sex Trafficking Act. And I get it. I am all for stamping out and stopping any forms of sex trafficking. You will get no argument from me on this issue here. And at the same time, the problem was these laws were actually so broad in scope that actually swept up actual sexual health websites and sexual health podcasters that were actually out there putting out accurate sexual health information. And now, for whatever reason, those sites are really hard to find. And between those 2 laws, it seems that FOSTA seemed to have the most impact, where it would actually hold platforms liable if third parties were found to be posting ads on prostitution or promoting prostitution. So In response to these new laws, many of the major social media platforms decided to really just try to stamp out or just plain out remove any sexual health information or sexuality information from their websites. Like, for example, Tumblr, which was known to have a broad range of sexual content, all of a sudden decided to ban all sexual imagery. To better explain, the CEO of Tumblr actually said, quote, "We realize that in order to continue to fulfill our promise and place in culture, especially as it evolves, we must change." So on Instagram, many sexual health sites had their images taken down or their accounts just flat out closed. And if you were trying to make money using PayPal or anything like that, many of those accounts have been closed and or shut down, period. But the sad part is, or the scary part is, many of the major internet players are engaging in something called shadow banning. So what exactly is shadow banning? Well, plain and simple, it's where a hashtag or a keyword is suppressed from a search, either temporarily or permanently, making it harder for users to find the content that they are actually looking for unless they know exactly what they are looking for. Twitter has denied actually engaging in shadow banning. Many people out there actually have evidence to the contrary. For example, we have Bardo Smith, who actually owns a website targeting former Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey, and she says she has evidence that actually shows shadow banning is actually going on. She says, "I have multiple tweets a day that will garner hundreds of likes, and then I will post a picture that will get only 2. That isn't how the internet works. Typically, pictures get way more engagement than straight text." And then to take it a step further, Twitter will actually hide certain keywords from users' replies, saying they are offensive and requiring multiple clicks just to get through to them. What are some words that they deem offensive? Vagina. And before I go, I just want to read this quote really quickly from Erika Lust, who is a Swedish erotic film director. She says this: "When pages that promote female pleasure are hidden, we understand that our pleasure isn't valid. When drawings of vaginas are removed, we learn that we should be ashamed of our bodies. When female nipples are censored but male nipples are not, we know that we must police our own bodies to ensure that we do not arouse men." As I close out this quick podcast, just let me say this. If we're not careful, this can get really bad really quickly. I mean, there can be certain parts of the internet that are just shut down, whether we want to see them or not, which will be judged by someone else as being unacceptable to them, and then we have no choice whatsoever. And it's really my opinion that we should be able to make our own choice for ourselves and see what we want to see when we want to see it. Whether that comes up with another prefix like .xxx or something else, but something has to change here because this is not fair, first off, and I should be able to look at and see what I want to see. Granted, if I go on a social media site, I don't mind seeing the happy dog dance and the husky doers dance to that little song. That's actually really pleasant. I get it. I also don't mind listening to the bouncy women when they do that Windows tone and they're wearing a t-shirt, then they snap all of a sudden and then showing their bikinis and the boobies bounce on the Windows tone. That's kind of cute, but after the 1,000th time, it gets kind of boring. And now with this new thing that's out there, with this new dancing anime character singing a little song, that's cute. You know, it's gonna fade away very soon, I'm pretty sure, if it hasn't faded away already. But still, I don't need to see that. I have no desire to see that. On certain days, I'm looking for information on sexual health so I can do my podcast and spread my message all around the world to other people who like listening to the sound of my boring voice. but that's just how it is. But I might be shadow banned, or I could be shadow banned. I'm not sure. But I can tell you this, though, from my own experience, I have not been able to gain any new followers on Instagram. I've been stuck at 8,900 for about the past 6 months, and I'm not sure why. I was growing about 10 to 20 every day, and then all of a sudden, it just stopped. And that seems kind of weird to me. And the same thing can happen in my private Facebook group too, and in my in my public Facebook page. All that growth seemed to stop for whatever reason. And that concerns me as a citizen, but we got to be careful. That's all I'm going to say. So, on that note, I'm out. You guys have a great day. Stay tuned, and I'll talk to you soon.